Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all doing really well. So in today's video, it's kind of a, well, not kind of, it is a ranking style video, and there's one bonus palette. There should be more than one bonus palette really, but one bonus palette, two singles. So we're going to start off. You got to bear in mind these have been in my drawer since before Christmas, so I'm just trying to kind of re-establish what I thought about it. I would say, I'm not too sure whether this is another bonus palette. So it's the Reindeer palette by Kylie Jenner. I don't know whether I brought it in to do like a lot of looks with it or just one or two maybe. So yeah, I really enjoyed it, but I don't feel like I used the entire palette. I know that I used the pinky tones of it. I mean, it's getting on the older side now, so I do need to use it a lot more than I have done. But that's what it looks like inside. So that's that one. And what I'm going to do as well is I'm going to do a few close-ups as well of the palettes, what's inside the palette, and just so you can kind of see it around here. So that will be 12 then, won't it? 11 is this little Kiko one. So this is the Holiday Wonder-lights Magnetic Eyeshadow Palette in 02 Shimmering Snowfall. I do like it. So they're not my normal colours. This one is definitely much darker than I would go, but it did look nice. I think I used that with this. I think that's why it's out. So this would be classed as a bonus palette then, I guess. And I used the kind of the pinky tones in there. Then we've got the bonus palette, which I'll talk to you about in a minute. $12, $11, $10. You're going to be shocked, guys. There's no doubt about it. A lot of people rave about this, especially on TikTok. Kylie Cosmetics, what's this called? A Wet Shimmer Quad. To me, I've got better toppers than this in my collection. I don't like this one anyway. But to me, if I'm going to use it, it's probably only going to be this one. Let me show you what I mean. To look better on camera because there's a light. Like this one I like for the inner corner. I mean, I've got one by Jordana T-shirt. I mean, that one looks wet. That one doesn't look wet in my opinion. Then we've got these two on the bottom. So I may as well swatch them as well. To me, I just don't like it. It's just that one shade there. I don't even know if to keep it around my collection for that one shade. So yeah, again, that's what it looks like. That's in position 12, 11, 10. I feel like some of you guys are going to be really shocked on that. I wish I hadn't bought it. Let me just put that out there. $10. So that's 9, the beauty crop. In here, you're getting better toppers than what are in the Kylie Cosmetics palette. So this is the limited birthday edition palette. And you're getting mattes as well. So row of mattes, row of shimmer, and a lot of them are toppers. So yeah, I do prefer this to the Kylie. So that's 9. $8. I really do like this. I might even put this one in. I've been asked to do kind of a full drugstore video. I might even put this one in because it's a really good one, or put the, I think it's called the True Icon, which is more neutral. I think I actually prefer this one though, do you know, because it's got like purple pink tones in it. It's just really pretty. So that's 8. $7. My sister got me this for Christmas. This is the Kaleidos Futurism. Is it 8? No, Futurism 7, I think. Sashimi City. So it's a gorgeous neutral palette. That's what that looks like. Very pretty. Can you guess my number one, by the way, guys? I think this is 6. So my mum got me this for Christmas. It's the Natasha Denona Yucca palette. This one's gorgeous. Absolutely stunning. If you like greens, I think you'd like that. I'd wait for a sale. This one, I think, was about £36 on Cult Beauty. So, what have we got now? Top 5. So, in 5th place is this Anastasia Spice Palette. So, this, to me, is better than the Kylie Cosmetics. So, this knocks the Kylie Cosmetics one right out of the park. It's got some beautiful toppers. Looks like that. It's a really nice neutral palette. So, yeah, I know this one's limited edition, this Kylie Cosmetics, but don't feel bad if you've not been able to get hold of it because it's not worth its money anyway. Four is this limited edition Odens Ice Snow Dream palette. I love these palettes. I'd really like the Morgan Turner one. It just says at the moment, it says pre-order. So that's what that one looks like. It was really good to use this around Christmas time. I'll be glad to put all these back in my collection though, and then I've got the drawer to kind of build up. I don't know when I started using these palettes, but it looks to me around November, December time. And then in 3rd place, oh my gosh, absolutely enjoyed using this. And I know, like everyone's saying, it's a spring palette. To me, I used it around, was it January? December, January time. It is so, so pretty, especially this one here. I absolutely love my pastels. And, you know, I wore the yellows a lot. In my opinion, guys, there's too much warmth. So we've got a yellow here, a yellow here, and yeah, that's more orange, that leans more orange, a yellow down here, and like an orange gold down here. I don't feel like you need that much in there. Stick some more pastels in, give us all the pastels. Right, Beauty Bay Daydreamer comes in at number 2 for a reason. You know how much enjoyment I got out of this. It is a stunning palette. It's only £16. It's still on the website, I checked. If this is your colour story, I would say without hesitation, buy it, you know. But if you're living in another country, I was talking to my friend Eden. She said it's like £10 to get it shipped. So, you know, that puts the price up to £26. Is this worth £26? Yeah, without a doubt. Yes, it is. I'm just lucky because I live in the UK. Right, what do you think my number 1 is? I'll just sit here patiently while you guess. I don't even think you'll need to guess. Right, number 1. I didn't know if this was going to come in at number 1, to be honest. So this is the Ensley Light in Your Eyes palette. I did so many looks with this. It is so, so stinking pretty. Let's put it up this way as well. A lot of the shades are flaky. One of my favourite shades in this palette is definitely Lucid Shine, this one here. I'm not going to go swatching. What I want to do is swatch everything that I've talked about here today into like shorts, so you should see it. I really do like the rosy tones here. What I don't like about this palette is there's a lot of depth and not that much kind of like, I mean, you're getting your lighter shades, obviously. This is a good one for the base of my eyeshadow. And then this is a good one as well to put in the crease. But then they go darker. And like, there's not too many pinky tone shades for the pink. So I don't like that either. They just go really, really dark. I think they could have planned the palette out a little bit better. But the shimmers, the multi-chromes, the duochromes, the metallics, chef's kiss. Loving that. Okay. Things I'm not loving so much. And I don't know if I'm going to keep these around the collection. So we've got the e.l.f. singles. What are these called? Finest Fleck. So we've got this one. This one's not too bad, I don't think. Pop Off Pink. But I'm not absolutely loving it. I don't think they're as good. I mean, you can't even see it, guys. You can't even see it. And that's why I don't like them. They're not as good as what everyone talks about. I mean, I would say, if I'm going to compare them, this one's better than the Finest Fleck. And then I've got Champagne Showers. This one might be okay for in a corner. I might get rid of the other shade. I don't know whether it's got hard pen on it. They just feel rough in texture. You can see that a bit better. Yeah, I think what I'll do is I'll declutter that one, keep that one for now, and see if I can work with it. Then we've got a bonus palette. The bonus palette I was using quite a bit was the Huda Mercury Retrograde palette. Love, 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 love this palette so much. It looks like that. It's a good palette for spring, I feel like. And I've hit pan on quite a few shades. Super Moon is my favourite to put in the inner corner. It looks like I'm hitting, or I've hit pan on Ultraviolet. Yeah, you can see that there. Anything else? No, but Supernova is very, very thin. The pan will be showing soon if I keep using it. I do really, really like to use the purple tones in this and like the more natural matte tones. So it's a good palette for that. Like to bring in with another palette, so a companion palette is what I'm trying to say. So that's that. I'm sure there's some more palettes. Let me check. Right, there are some more bonus palettes, and then there's a palette that I used yesterday, and then there's some singles. So the palette I used yesterday was from the That's Expensive project pencil. You'll see that in a minute. There's some Colourpop ones that I used. I used the Colourpop It's a Glitch. No, Just a Glitch, sorry. But I only used that for Dial Up, this one here. It's such a pretty shade. And that palette would make such a nice Easter egg spring look. So I really like that. And then I used some shades from here, from the Lilac You A Lot. There isn't that many shades left in here. I don't know where they are, but I think I just used the deeper purples here for a look. I can't even remember what look it was. So that's that. And then I brought in the Mario Ethereal Eyes, the original. And I also used that. I think it was when I used the Pastel Roses singles. So that's what that one looks like. So these are all just like bonus palettes, guys. Then, yeah, let me show you what I've been using. The Pastel Roses ones. So they come in a palette like that. I don't think they're going to stay in this palette. What I need to do now is I need to go through the Pastel Roses singles I've got, because I know a lot of them are dried up and they can get decluttered, and then these ones will go in the original palette. So this is how many I've got. So 6 here. These are from the Halloween collection. This is what I've been using over the last 6 days. And these ones down here are just random ones. And then this one is by Makeup Geek. It's Shimmer Shimmer. So I've used, like I said, you know, I used all 6. So I had to bring different palettes in. And I think it was this purple one here, this purple leaning one, that I brought the Just a Glitch in, and also that lilac palette by Colourpop. Not 100% sure because I've slept since. Not much, but I have slept since. But the shades in that are absolutely stunning. If you want to know what the looks look like, I would go over to my Instagram or my TikTok. You'll see them all there. Like I said, they're going away. And then yesterday in a live, I thought about doing something different. Not a lot of people have managed to get to my Shop My Stash video yet, and because of that, and also because I've got a That's Expensive project on the go, I've not used this palette in such a long time. My friend Karen got it for me. So it's the Danessa Myricks Beauty Lightwork Volume 3, the Experience Palette Illuminating Iron Face Pigments. It is stunning. The look was stunning. So that's what that palette looks like. So yesterday what I did, I don't normally use this. It's a cream. It's called Polaris. I put that all over the lid. And then I went in, when it had become a little bit tacky, I went in with Solar Rain, this one here. So they were both like leaning orange. I can swatch them. So you can see that leans orange. Even though like in the palette it doesn't lean orange at all. Like, even on my hand when I'm looking down at it, it leans more green. Okay, and then, like I said, Solar Rain, this one here. I feel like they're becoming chunky. I don't remember them being that way, so I definitely need to use them more. So again, that one leans orange. And then for in a corner, I wanted to go in with Strawberry Moon, this one here. So we'll put that one there. And that one's like a white to pink flip. And it just looked dazzling, guys. That's all I can say. You know, if that was part of my kind of the palettes that I was using in a normal Shop My Stash, it probably would have come second place without a shadow of a doubt, but it isn't. It's part of the That's Expensive project pan. So that's staying in. I'm doing the No Pan Left Behind challenge on all my That's Expensive projects. So like I said, I've already used 3 shades. So there's Galaxy to use, there's Martian on that row, and Sol. I don't think I've used Sol that much. Then there's Aurora, Gaia, and that's it. So 5 shades. That should be easy to do in the next month. So I'll leave that out as well. And the matte eyeshadow palette I use with it is something else I've not used in a long time, and another friend bought it for me. So it's a Natasha Denona gold palette. Such a pretty palette, guys. So that one. I didn't really use a lot from here. I think I only used this shade here. What shade's that? Araya? Or is it Aria? I'm not too sure if it's Aria or Araya. But that's what the palette looks like. Dead pretty. And that's pretty much all the palettes I've used up until this point. So we've got some more palettes that are in the Shop My Stash now, which I'll be using from tonight in the live. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you like this kind of content, please like, subscribe, share and comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.